Doctor Who Tales from Time.
The Mystery House by Marina Phillips. Is it supposed to make that noise? Daisy asks, as she is thrown unceremoniously into the TARDIS's control panel. What noise? This is just her warming up, the Doctor shouts as he quickly flips controls. The TARDIS is spinning madly by this point, and Daisy is thrown to the outside walls where she holds on for dear life. I don't think I properly introduced you two. I was too busy saving your life. Daisy, meet the TARDIS. She's a time machine. Now hold on. The TARDIS spins even faster. Daisy is pinned to the wall. The TARDIS stops suddenly, and both the Doctor and Daisy fall on the floor. The Doctor quickly recovers. That's the first time she's done a long run in a while. Might have got a bit carried away. He helps Daisy up cheerfully. Daisy is still breathless, but exhilarated. She fixes her yellow sundress. Well, that was a bit different to the tube. Wait, time machine? Where are we? Correction, when are we? Exactly 500 years to the day in the future. Let's go and explore, the Doctor says, spinning his sonic screwdriver and heading for the door. Daisy has to run to keep up. At the door, she hesitates. What exactly is out there? The Doctor smiles from the other side of the TARDIS door. Now that would be telling. You will like it, I promise. Daisy follows him outside. Welcome to 7020's best theme park in the world, a small token of gratitude for convincing me to live again. So we will celebrate this in style. Daisy is awestruck as she looks at the tall, gleaming roller coasters and advanced technology. They are at the top of a high hill looking down on a valley. There is a huge, purple, translucent bubble full of roller coaster rides. The sun is shining through the purple bubble and reflecting on the shiny metal structures. The Doctor and Daisy both stay still, taking in the beautiful sight. A lightning bolt flashes from one end of the purple bubble to the other. What's that? Daisy exclaims. It's an atmospheric controlling force field. A bubble that controls the weather to your puny human mind, says the Doctor, adjusting his velvet coat collar. So the humans here are never caught out when it rains? What a good idea, Daisy replies. They quickly walk down the hill and pass through the shiny barriers. Are we just allowed in? Don't we need to pay? Asks Daisy, looking round expectantly. No need. The scanners in these barriers know. I have this. The Doctor pulls out 2 tickets. I was saving them for a rainy day. On cue, rain starts to fall from the top of the force field. They laugh and run to the nearest stool for cover. Ever tried a lightning flavoured ice cream? It's a typical 7020 snack, the Doctor asks as he shows the tickets to the robot behind the counter. The robot serves them and they snack contentedly. They survey a nearby map and have a quick discussion on which ride to try first. Daisy chooses the teacups. Typical British, the Doctor rolls his eyes as they spin round on floating teacups 100 feet up in the air. The teacups go upside down with their own tiny gravitational pull to stop people falling out. The Doctor chooses the flying simulator and ends up falling headfirst in the crash zone. Laughing hysterically, they stumble back to the main path. In front of them is an old workhouse with a tacky skeleton outside. It's the year 7020 and they still haven't got rid of the haunted house. It looks like it belongs in my time zone too. Strange we didn't see it on the map, said Daisy. Still, both our feet will be on the ground, so it should be a lot safer. The house is a rundown cottage with black, dirty windows and holes in the roof. The garden has a small gravel path which is overgrown with nettles. A large tree overshadows the cottage, growing some strange, purple fruit. They walk slowly down the path, dodging nettles. The rotten wooden door opens with an ominous creak. The inside feels like a downtrodden Victorian house. The walls have damp wallpaper peeling off them with dirty wooden floors. They walk slowly down the narrow, claustrophobic corridor, expecting someone to jump out and say, "Boo!" Daisy leads the way excitedly to the first room, full of white cloths covering furniture. It is dusty and a broken grandfather clock is in the corner. Everything is grey-white in dust. I wonder what we need to do here. A puzzle, maybe? She asks as she excitedly enters the middle of the room. The doctor frowns and gets out his sonic. Daisy reaches out and pulls the dusty white cloth off the furniture. Daisy, no! Cries the doctor, leaping forward, but it is too late. The cloth lies on the floor. Disturbed dust fills the air. Revealed, under it, is a grey-white statue of a weeping angel. The doctor stares at the angel, tense. He whispers, "Don't move. Don't even blink." Daisy freezes and obeys. "Doctor, it's just a statue." "It's not just a statue. Daisy, walk backwards towards me and don't blink." Daisy gradually walks back towards the doctor, who is staring at the angel and glancing quickly at the other grey columns to make sure they don't move either. "We go back the way we came, slowly," he whispers, his sonic buzzing as they gradually make their way down the corridor backwards. The doctor buzzes the sonic at the door and it closes with a loud bang. They creep backwards down the corridor, feeling for the front door. The doctor reaches behind to grab the latch, but can't find it. His hand feels behind him. Rotten wood, not any feeling of a latch or door. He feels the wall desperately and turns round. His hand tightens on the sonic screwdriver. The door has disappeared. The doctor takes a deep breath. "Daisy, we have bad news. The door has disappeared." "Disappeared? What do you mean disappeared?" Daisy demands. She turns towards the door and her eyes grow wide when she sees the bare wall. Quickly, she feels the rough wood, then throws herself against the wall in a panicked, vain attempt to make it move. "Doctor, we are trapped!" The doctor holds Daisy by the shoulders. "Daisy, I promise we will escape. I won't let them take you." Daisy is frozen, almost as still as an angel herself. "Take me, doctor." "What's wrong?" she whispers. "What was wrong with those statues?" The doctor slowly starts sinking his sonic and pointing it at the walls. "Those statues were not just statues, Daisy. They are the lonely assassins. One touch from them could send you into the past, or erase you from time itself. It would be like you never existed." Daisy shivers, staring ahead towards the door in the darkness. "What do we do?" "Don't look them in the eye. They can control your mind. Don't blink as they move when unseen. Above all, do not touch one. That will send you back in time. This one had its eyes covered, which is why they are also called weeping angels, and I created an electromagnetic field around the door. We should be safe for now." Daisy starts panicking. "Strange dreams, a magically appearing key, alien abductions, and now this. Stone statues that could kill me. Where the hell have you brought me? We need to leave." "I don't know about the dreams, Daisy. I have encountered the weeping angels before, and I will keep you safe," the doctor promises, as he points his sonic at the space where the door should be and urgently scans the rotten wooden wall. "The door doesn't show up at all, like it never existed," the doctor mutters and shakes the sonic. "My readings are inconsistent." Daisy starts taking deep breaths to calm herself. The doctor is frowning and muttering to himself as he begins scanning the building. "Why are the angels here? I've not seen one in this century before." He pulls a moth-bitten curtain aside that is hanging crookedly on the wall, revealing another door. He peers into the darkness, checking their safety. "Something odd is going on. Go through into this room and I'll create a barrier behind us. We need a way out," he says as they sneak through into the next room. The doctor buzzes the door. They turn around and face a bright light. A room full of strange ornaments covered in light from a stained glass window. The doctor kneels down and examines the dust-covered objects. This is a mobile phone from the turn of the 20th century. This is a painting from the Renaissance period. And this is a vortex manipulator from the 31st century. Looks a bit rusty though, he observes. These are all from different time periods. What does it mean? Daisy is examining the stained glass window. "Surely we can smash this window and escape," she asks. The doctor scans the window. It's protected by some sort of energy field. We can try, but I don't expect it will work." Daisy throws the old mobile at the window with enough force that it should break. The mobile bounces back with force. "Interesting," the doctor murmurs as he steps closer, examining the window. "It's a force field. No one can get in or out unless it lets them. So we were allowed in, but not out. What was that? A trap designed by the Weeping Angels? Daisy is urgently searching the room. She is beginning to feel desperate as one idea after the next fails. Something flashes in the darkness. Daisy quickly moves closer and sees it's an old bronze mirror. She drags it towards the centre of the room. It's heavier than it looks, she pants. The doctor helps her. What are you doing? He asks. I couldn't just sit here and do nothing with those things after us, and I thought this looked like it was flashing, she answers. They put the mirror down and examine it. It is heavy for its size and design, the doctor observes, as he scans it with his sonic screwdriver. It has residue time energy on it. It looks Victorian, but it has traces of the 30th century. Daisy picks up the phone she threw. It's working, she cries. A deadly scream is heard from outside and the door starts shaking. They have got through my electromagnetic force field. We have approximately 2 minutes before they get in, the doctor snaps. His mind races and begins to make sense of the room around them. The doctor paces urgently as he begins to piece together information. A one-way force field that gives electrical energy, an old cottage not on the map, angels out of place and objects from different centuries. This house is out of place. Its own time zone. What does that mean? Think, doctor, think. The doctor holds his head. Mirrors, he shouts. Daisy, help me pull the mirrors to the force field. Daisy is surprised but drops the phone and heaves the mirror with the doctor so it touches the window. It bounces back at once, throwing them both to the floor. The scream comes again, coughing the dust out of their lungs. Daisy and the doctor rise. The doctor pulls the mirror to face the door. Daisy joins him. Now what? She cries. Hold the mirror and don't stop staring at the door, the doctor orders, and throws himself on the floor. Hands searching desperately in the dust. He finds the vortex manipulator, picks it up and throws it with all his might into the force field. It bounces back, full of life, and straight into the doctor's hands. A blood-curdling scream is heard and childish giggles as the door finally gives way. It falls with a crash at the doctor's feet, and at least 6 weeping angels are at the door, teeth bared. Daisy screams in fright, eyes wide. The doctor gives the mirror one last instruction from the sonic and sets the vortex manipulator. He holds it up and addresses the angels. I don't know what you are doing here, but you shouldn't be here in this century. I know you were quantum locked. Become the dust you came from. He points the sonic at the quantum-locked weeping angels and the mirror glows with electric energy. Flash! The angels crumble to dust. The doctor grabs Daisy's hand and presses a button on the vortex manipulator. They disappear. Crash! Thud! The doctor and Daisy roll down a grassy hill. They land at the bottom, breathless. Daisy's eyes spring open. What just happened? She gasps. The doctor slowly gets up and picks his sonic and the vortex manipulator off the ground. He fixes his clothes as he answers. Vortex manipulator. It can travel in time and space, just like the TARDIS, but it's a bumpy way to travel. He helps Daisy to her feet. She is shaken. They have not travelled far. She looks around and sees the purple atmosphere-controlling force field, now showing rainbows that reflect on the rides half a mile away. She looks the other way and sees the TARDIS, not too far away, under a tree, right where they left it. We could have died, she says finally. The day's events are sinking in, or not even existed. I know. I'm so sorry I put you in danger. Of all people, the doctor says. It was supposed to be a thank you and look what happened. I would have never have come here if I had known. What happened to the angels? Asks Daisy. They just crumbled. What even are the angels? Really? Daisy is thinking, her mind rushing through the day's events. Weeping angels used to be humans, but they were turned to stone. No one knows how exactly. They have existed so long they live off time energy. If they touch you, they send you back in time and feed off your unlived days. Their instinct is to stay still when they are being watched as a survival technique. This is called a quantum lock. If 2 weeping angels stare at each other, they will be locked, frozen forever, which is why the mirrors worked as a barrier against them. Of course, it wasn't a normal mirror. It had 30th century technology inside it, so it overpowered the angels with residue time energy. Even weeping angels cannot take in that much energy at once. What will happen to the house? Daisy asks, concerned. I think the house was set as a trap by them. It doesn't belong in this timeline and should cease to exist now the angels are gone, the Doctor replies. Daisy takes in all she has learnt. There used to be humans. Some things are worse than death. And I didn't think that was possible. The Doctor smiles. Many great things that seem impossible are possible in the universe. I've seen humans overcome great threats and change the course of history. I've seen stars be born and destroyed. I have even seen the Eye of Harmony at the point of collapse and live to tell the tale. He looks up at the sky, his Time Lord eyes seeing constellations imperceivable to the human eye. Daisy follows his gaze. So much space. The Doctor nods to the TARDIS. It's all accessible. This is just a casual day trip. So this is normal to you? Strange dreams? Abducted by aliens? Nearly erased by time? Just a normal day in the office? The Doctor laughs, then looks at Daisy seriously. But travelling with me can be dangerous. I try to help people, but this can put me and those close to me in danger. Can you live with that? Daisy hesitates, her hands in her pockets. She brings out the TARDIS key and smiles. I trust you, she says simply, but I think you owe me more ice cream. The Doctor chuckles. Now that can be arranged.